Arjun, Emran Hashmi, a street-smart teenage con artist obsessed with making a quick cash, is the focus of the plot. He meets a girl by chance at a mall and instantly falls in love. In a glass-enclosed showcase, a ring was on display, and Zoya was hoping to buy it. He breaks the glass to get the diamond she was eyeing, which causes him to get caught by mall security personnel. He is taken into custody and given to the police. As he is familiar with Arjun's father, Inspector Ajay, Samir Kocher, who is amused, lets him leave with a warning. He finds the justifications he was seeking for in Zoya, Sonal Chauhan, to leave his regular life and become wealthy for this girl. He advances from playing low-level card games to becoming a bookmaker and succeeds. He calls his father to invite him to lunch at his new home after dazzling Zoya with his wealth. Arjun's father, a straightforward guy who has led an honest life, is pleased to see son's success but is dubious of his business strategies. He informs Zoya during a private conversation that Arjun was a compulsive and slick liar when he was younger. He cautions that there is no industry where a man can gain enormous sums of money in such a short amount of time. Arjun is outraged when Zoya questions him later that day and accuses his father of having failed in life as the cause of his ill will. When Arjun travels to South Africa, he meets Don Abu Ibrahim, Javed Sheikh, who hires him as a matchmaker. Richly prospering and living the fast life with Zoya are abruptly put on hold as the South African police take notice. The investigation's assistance has prompted the summons of Inspector Raina, who is currently an ACP with the CBI. He finds it strange that Arjun is in South Africa with the Don. He pays Zoya a visit and tells her about Arjun's dirty dealings and how Abu Ibrahim uses the money made through match-fixing to fund terrorism all across the world. Arjun is confronted by a furious Zoya, who causes him to leave the house. Speaking with Arjun's father, Zoya confirms that ACP Ajay is an honest man and is most likely telling the truth. He also asks Zoya to leave Arjun if she is unable to persuade him to renounce his dishonest behavior. Arjun is summoned to a restaurant by Zoya, where he is apprehended by ACP Raina because the call was a ruse to get him into confessing to his misdeeds. Arjun has been given a 5-year prison term. As the World Cup draws closer, Don Abu Ibrahim uses his connections to free him, and he intends to exploit Arjun's abilities to profit from betting and match rigging. When Arjun is released after 6 months, ACP Ajay confronts him outdoors and advises him to change his ways. Arjun looks everywhere for Zoya, but he can find nothing of her. In a pub where he and a well-known cricket player are conversing about match-fixing tactics, he eventually finds her performing as an exotic dancer. When Arjun and Zoya are reunited, she begs him to accept an honest job. Arjun changes his mind and begins working in a pub. For a time, everything is okay, and Zoya is expecting. Visited by Don Abu Ibrahim, who offers him a large villa and 150 acres of land in exchange for fixing matches in the upcoming World Cup for Ibrahim. Arjun, who is conflicted and perplexed, chooses to take part in this final operation in order to earn enough money for the future. Disgusted, Zoya overhears him talking to a bookie. She steps outside. The following day, Arjun is caught in the act by a cricket team's coach while giving his teammates cash in exchange for rigging the game. The coach is shot by the Don's henchmen during the ensuing shootout. Arjun is wounded in the shoulder while being pursued by ACP Raina and the police. Prior to giving up, he phones Zoya and begs to see her one final time. Arjun surrenders after he is cornered by Zoya and the police are pointing their guns at him. Arjun bends over to pick up his dropped ring from his pocket after noticing it. Because the officers believe he is reaching for his gun, they open fire, killing Arjun. In a supermarket, Zoya is shopping with her son. Due to a lack of funds, Zoya is unable to pay the full amount. She can pay the fee since her son purposefully throws away the toy. She gives Arjun a hug and smiles, thinking that if he weren't so selfish, he might still be alive.